What up, what up, what up? It's your hero Super Tim, and this is DCFunnys. DC is funny instead of funny. I'm your hero Super Tim. Performing tonight, we got David Hiltner, Corinne K, Duke Dave. But up first, show some love for Jesse Rivas.
That sounded good. Good. Look at this crowd, man. I love this. Like, it looks like a community college like pamphlet. So I love performing in DC. It's great. It's fantastic. Every time I perform in DC, like I always tell people about the diversity. Like if you come from out of town, you're gonna experience some diversity here. And for outsiders, I let them know that if you're in DC, just know that Mexicans do not like to be called Mexican when they're not from Mexico. Like Puerto Ricans don't like that. Dominicans aren't big fans of that. I can say that myself because I'm Latino. I know some of you thought I was Asian, but I'm just really sleepy. If that sounded racist, okay. My girlfriend's racist. I mean Asian. So I can get away with that kind of stuff. It's cool. But I know, like, I don't jump out immediately to people as a Latino. Like, I kind of look racially ambiguous. Like, I look like if Vin Diesel was getting ready to play the Penguin on Batman. It's kind of the look that I have. And like one of my biggest obsessions is relationships. Like I'm obsessed with relationships. One thing that I've noticed that women do differently than guys, right? Women steal their men's clothes. Every woman is guilty of taking like their men's hoodie. So I always tell guys, if like you see a girl that's out and she's wearing an oversized men's hoodie, she has a boyfriend. But if she's wearing a men's hoodie that fits her perfectly, that's my girlfriend. That's how that works. You have no idea how weird it is when you're done having sex. You're not sure if that's your clothes or her clothes. It's like, baby, is this my thong or your thong? Whose is this? It's uncomfortable. I know I make a lot of jokes sometimes about my height, you know, and like I understand that like I'm average height for a woman in China. Like I know my limitations. And what gets me too is like as a kid, I wanted to be big so bad. Like all my heroes were big. Like I was a big fan of the Hulk. Till I found out what the Hulk's supposed to be, a penis. Let me explain. He's all big and veiny and all he thinks about is smashing. When he's done, he gets all small and weak and full of regret. He's a fucking dick. It's a fucking dick. Nah, but it's one of those things. It's one of those things that gets you sometimes, man. And like one thing that I notice also that's different that women do, going back to the whole subject of women, is you guys do, your daily lives are so different than our daily lives. Like you guys get Brazilian wax. That's so weird that the same stranger does your nails, does your hair, waxes your... Because there's no male equivalent. I can't go to my barber on Friday and be like, hey, let me get a fade, let me get a shape up. When you're done, can you wax my taint? It's just not going to work out. It's just not going to be right. And like, you know, like I was single for a while, and I always remember like one of the things that frustrated me was the online dating thing. Online dating thing completely blew me off because my honesty would kill me. This is what my online dating conversations would sound like. Like I'll write something, they'll write something. I throw in a joke, you know, they'll reply, I love on a smiley face. I feel like I'm building a rapport, so I feel like I could be honest and that's something stupid, like how tall are you? And I'm honest and I say that I'm 5'6" and get unfriended, but figured out a way around it. Start telling them that I was 6'5". So when they met me on the date, I'm like, you didn't ask if I was dyslexic. Like, you need to ask better questions. This is why you're online dating. And the thing about it, too, is like the biggest fear that every man has is to be catfished, and that happened to me. Like, I matched up with a girl online who online looked like Lucy Liu, but in person, she like E Honda from Street Fighter 2. Like I don't want to fat shame. I don't want to say that she was big, but if she's a Pokemon, she'd be Jigglypuff. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit bigger. And like I would have stayed in there because every girl is skinny with 2 shots of vodka. Like that's how it works. I'm a lightweight. I told you I'm not that tall. But the thing is like she was mean. She was saying condescending things to me during the date, like, oh, you know, my ex-boyfriend was your height when he was 12. And I'm like, you know, that's not tall for 12. You know, that's you don't grow much past 12. At least I didn't. So like I had to break it down with honesty with her. I had to tell her, I was like, look, you know, online, you know, I was 100% honest with you, but you told me that you weighed 113 pounds. And she cut me off and she said, you didn't ask if I was dyslexic. Like, you need to ask better questions. This is why you're online dating. Some of y'all got the whole thing. And like it's weird. It's like the internet's taught me about women this different. Like I used to think women were real passive aggressive with their anger until I discovered World Star hip hop videos. And for those who haven't seen those, there's a popular video called the Sharkeisha video, and I thought women were real passive aggressive until I saw this. Some people are laughing, some people haven't seen it. Some people are like, we don't have black friends. I don't know what you're talking about. No, but it's a video about these two inner city teenage black girls getting this argument. And in the middle of this argument, this girl, Sharkeisha, just sucker punches one of the girls. Starts kicking in the face and stomping. It was literally the most uncomfortable video I ever masturbated to. Just uncomfortable. Just uncomfortable. Because there was no lotion. It was just an odd situation. It's a very odd situation. And it's like one of the things I also appreciate about DC is you guys have good weed. I love DC weed. It's not California weed, but it's good if you're on the East Coast. And you know the right Hispanic people. Like, you know where to go with it. And it's like, I remember last time I was here, like, I got some stuff that was so good that just made me reconsider the way we're built as humans. Like, I remember thinking to myself, like, why does no other animal have nails? They have claws. We're the only, like, punk bitch animal that has nails. Like, I can't do nothing on this but remove stickers. And if you think about, like, toenails, what have you ever used your toenails except scratching this part right here because you were too lazy because you had your hand on the remote? That's the only time you've ever used it. It's the only weird situation. So it's Valentine's season, right? Like that just passed, right? And it's really important about the gift that you give someone on Valentine's Day. Because I remember like the worst gift I ever received for Valentine's Day was when I was 19. My girlfriend at the time gave me the gift of life. She got pregnant by another guy. Like that was the worst gift. Like it was like I told her, I was like, look, I would have settled for a box of chocolates. Not a chocolate baby. Like Maury was not needed. I was not the father. It's weird. It's like one of those weird things where like, you know, like I had like these weird situations at that time period with women. Like for example, one of my ex-girlfriends actually left me for a high school guy. Yeah. I was in middle school at the time. And 27. But that's not the point. It's not the point. Deserve respect. Yeah. So thinking back at about a few things too about just the concept of like the differences between what men and women look like. There's a chart, like for example, for women it's like the attractiveness to wealth ratio. Like that's kind of what you guys look at when you see somebody. You know, like if he's cute but he's not successful, you'll still have fun with him, right? Some of you are like, no. Some of you guys changed your head like, he can't be giving me a hot pocket. Like, he has to take me somewhere. It can't be like Hot Pocket and Mad Dog 2020. Like, we're not making that kind of night. Yeah. All right, people, my name is Jesse Rivers. You guys have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your show.
What's going on, everybody? Yeah. DC's funny. I made it to the top. Yes. In local broadcast history here. Yeah, so I'll jump right in. I don't know. I'm looking around here. I'm guessing not, but are there any parents in the house? No, a lot of Plan B parents, I guess. No, I got two kids. I got two daughters. Thank you. Two beautiful daughters who look up to me. And then they tell me to fuck off. And they're 6 and 4. The 4-year-old's the one I have to worry about. She is the one that will lie to me straight to my face. Give you an example. She was doing some construction work with paper, with scissors and shit. And right in front of my wife and myself, she goes, whoosh, and she cut her hair. And my wife looked at her. She was like, oh, Addie, did you just cut your hair? And she looked straight at us and said, nope. We're like, no, Addie, we saw you. You cut your hair. She was like, no, I didn't. We're like, Addie, the scissors are still in your hand. She's like, no, they're not. Now, I know where she had gotten this lying ability. She had gotten this lying ability from her old man, from me. See, my wife was pretty upset, but I saw where it was going, and my wife didn't piece it together. But a couple weeks earlier, now follow me on this, a couple weeks earlier, my wife came in, caught me masturbating, caught me jacking off. And she goes, were you just masturbating? And I looked straight at her and I said, nope. She goes, no, I saw you. You were masturbating. I was like, no, I wasn't. She's like, your dick's still in your hands. I'm like, no, it's not. It's the remote. She said, I wish it was the remote. Yeah. Nah, she's funny. My wife is a funny person. She likes to collect a lot of stuff from my kids' past. So, like, she'll collect, like, their artwork, the sonograms, the broken condoms, you know, shit like that. At least wash it out. Come on. No glue required. Yeah, so that's my wife. She's funny. I got some good news recently. I am a full-fledged cancer survivor. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I had colon cancer. I was very young to get colon cancer. To find out you have colon cancer, you had to go through a colonoscopy. I don't know if anybody knows that or not. But when I went through it, it was such a surreal moment to find out that I had cancer after the doctor told me. I actually felt like one of Bill Cosby's victims. Yeah, I went into the colonoscopy with a lot of promise, a lot of hope. But in the end, when I woke up, I was fucked. It's all right. You can laugh out loud on that one. No, actually, when I had when I had colon cancer, the doctor wanted me to go get a CAT scan, and I don't know if anybody's ever gotten a CAT scan before or not. But they make you drink this milky, chalky, white, sticky substance. 2 canisters of this shit. So after I guzzled down the first canister, I looked over at my wife and I was like, I'm never asking you to swallow again. Please spit. I get it now. I understand. You can please. It's okay. I get it. My wife, no, she was cool though during that process. She was a really cool person. She did a lot of stuff for me when I was sick. She drove me to the doctors, took care of the kids, paid the bills, upped my life insurance, you know, shit like that. Now I know why she's so mad I lived. Damn it. Nah, she was cool. She was cool. I think the most messed up thing though about having cancer was what happened to me more recently. I got some junk mail in the mail, ironically enough, for cemetery plots. Yeah. Cemetery plots. Kind of crazy, right? And it wasn't addressed to like Mr. and Mrs. Hiltner. It was addressed to Mr. David, you're going to die, motherfucker, Hiltner. And it got me upset for 2 reasons. One, what kind of death list are the hospitals selling? And 2, well, that shit was 20% off, so I went and saw that shit. They can get a Groupon together if 5 of you guys want to get together. No? All right, yeah, it was tough to have cancer, but I am a survivor, so I'm happy to make that aware. Go get checked out. That's something that you definitely need to do. And I'll leave you on this. I was almost late today because I had to get gas. And what is it about gas pumps and them asking you 20 fucking questions before they let you pump gas in your car? Can I get an amen on that? Yes. Like when I was getting gas, I started wondering, I was pondering what it would be like if I was actually robbing this place and I was asked the same questions as this fucking gas pump. So follow me on this, all right? So the guy comes in, he's like, hey, give me all your money, put the money in the bag, I need to get out of here, get the money. And the guy behind the counter is like, I'm going to need to ask you a few questions first. And the guy's like, put the money in, I got to get out of here. All right, relax, man, relax. Would you like cash or credit? I want cash. Put the cash in the bag. I got to get out of here. All right, relax, man, relax. Would you like a receipt with that? No, I don't want no receipt. Put the cash in. I got to get out of here. All right, relax, man, relax. I know the cops are on the way. I called them. Relax. Just a couple more questions and you can go. What's your zip code? What's my zip code? No, I need to get out of here. What? All right, relax, man, relax. Last question. Is that your car out there? Yeah. Looks a little dirty. How about a car wash on your way out? Hey, that's my time, everybody. David Hiltner, thank you very much.
You know, a lot of us are always thinking about self-improvement, things that we can do for ourselves to better our lives, enrich in our lives and things. And I had decided a while ago that I would study and, work and pursue my education. So I have 2 master's degrees. And I'm pretty proud of them. I also have a genius IQ. I have an IQ of above 160, Mensa member. And my first job after college was being a manager of a Pizza Hut. So I'm pretty proud of that. Anyway, there were other things that I've thought that I would do to help myself, to improve myself. And I thought I picked up, because a lot of people think, of course, because I'm blonde, they think, you know what they think. So I got a great book that I was reading, Dumb Blondes for Dummies. I couldn't put it down. I thought that was great. When I was working on my second master's degree, I was studying in Italy, and I was studying art and architecture because I'm also a formally trained artist. It's one of the hats that I wear. And I was trying to impress a family that I was living with my skills in speaking Italian because I was fluent and I had studied, and I thought it was really useful. So I was telling them one day about a concert that I went to see of a famous Italian singer. His name is Claudio Baglioni. And he lived in the region where I was living in Italy, which was Siena. I came home and I told the family while we were eating our evening meal, I wanted to tell them in perfect Italian that I thought Claudio was really sexy. And I'm rolling off in Italian going, oh, molto bueno, Claudio Baglioni è molto sesso. And they're like, no, no, no. And they all run out of the room and they close the door and they're laughing. And I'm thinking, I said something wrong here. Turns out I was telling them while I was at the concert with Claudio, we had great sex. That wasn't quite what I wanted to say. I thought, well, I'm going to work on this a little bit more. And I was fumbling on that a lot with my Italian language skills. And so I thought, when I get back to the States, I'll stay a little more well-rounded with my hobbies and that. So it is good, and it is important for you to have a full life and keep yourself well-rounded with things. So I do have a really good hobby. It's collecting husbands. I have 4 of them, and I'm highly motivated. I'm striving for 5 this year in 2016. So I'll let you know what's going to happen with that. But anyway, we do try to do things for ourselves to keep ourselves full and enriched and happy. And, we try to do it with the relationships we have, maybe the people we date. I thought, well, I'll try and expand and challenge myself. And I was in a serious relationship with a pro football player. And I'm sad to say it really didn't work out because he had a problem with deflated balls. But I was, hoping there was going to be something that was going to come of it. But, it didn't happen. And so I thought, well, I'll move on. And I did enroll in one of those dating sites. And, I don't know if I'd recommend it, but I'm sure some of you have heard of it. It's the one called we'runningoutaftime.com. I was on there for a while, and I did get hits, but I get concerned because I'd look at these guys' photos and I think, are these legitimate guys when I'd see profile pictures front and sideways, and they had numbers underneath their chest, and I'm thinking, maybe, the quality, the caliber guy that I'm looking for here isn't quite what I want, And then I really began to get suspicious when, you can send those little things, those little icons they have, like flirts and winks and farts and burps and stuff. And I thought, well, maybe this website isn't quite for me. I got to go and pursue something a little bit better, a little more enriching myself. So I've taken up another hobby, and it's been vegan cooking, trying to use plant-based foods and a plant-based diet. And so far, I'm keeping an open mind. I'm trying to enjoy it. Working with things like, hay and straw and mown grass, though, hasn't been really part of my forte, though. That and tofu, and I got to tell you, if anybody here has ever had tofu, any of you eat tofu? Nah. The best way I can describe silken tofu is it's kind of like leftover I don't know, that stuff that's around after you have sex? Well, it's kind of like that. That's what I think. I compare the taste and texture of tofu to. Anyway, I'm not going to say I know how, but anyway, I, I'm going to see what happens with that. And then, with all of these hobbies that you have, you need to keep energized. You need to keep yourself up and motivated. So I'm always drinking something with caffeine in it. I've got to keep going with it. I think it's one of life's essential nutrients. You've got to have caffeine in your life for you to be able to move on and carry on and do what you have, stay focused, have that clarity. I was thinking to myself, one night while I was sitting chewing on my hay at home and spitting out the tofu because I couldn't swallow, I thought, there's so many unexplored, underutilized uses for caffeine. Just think about it, like caffeinated room freshener. That could be something. Caffeinated douche. I thought caffeinated douche. That might be something that we can work on. And then I've thought, there's other ways that people keep energized too. They will maybe, take risks with sports, like to get their metabolism revved off, something like bungee jumping. No way in hell I'm going to bungee jump. I thought, you could get me maybe to go off the stage a foot in heels, and I'd go, oh, did I break my heel? But that's about the biggest risk I'm going to take anyway. I guess, one thing that I, like to leave you all with closing is no matter what you do in life, make sure that you do follow your dreams and do things, because originally I was considered a bullied, ugly, shy kid. And it's all I want to say to that is, fuck you, Hamburg High School. Thank you much, everybody. My name is Corinne Kay, and it was my pleasure talking to you tonight.
How y'all folks doing in here this evening? I'm gonna ask y'all one more time. Y'all ain't saying nothing. How y'all feeling in here this evening? That's what I'm talking about. Tim Hyde, credit score on fleek in here. He paid for a hell of a crowd. Y'all looking beautiful, man. Give yourself a round of applause. Everybody, give yourself a round of applause. Looking very beautiful in here. Yes, you are. Hey, Tim, I want to borrow your credit score when I leave, please. Look, man, I came a long way out here, you know what I mean? So I hope y'all show me some love. You know what I mean? I'm not a city boy. I'm from Capitol Heights, Maryland. So, if you're from Capitol Heights, Maryland, clap your hands. I see you from Capitol Heights. You know my man Phil, don't you? That's what's up. That's what's up. Nah, but growing up in Capitol Heights, it's kind of rough, man. I done seen a lot of things, a lot of strange things. So I say a lot of fucked up shit. That's just the way I was raised, because black parents, they talk to you messed up, don't they, Tim? My mother used to say shit, but she say she loved me at the end of the night. I guess you would say that all day. You'd be like, you fucking bastard, you son of a bitch, you dumb fucker. I'd be like, well, damn, Mom, I love you, good night. Growing up in my house, it was love. It was love. I'm the oldest of 4 brothers. You know what I mean? Thank God for that, because if I was one of them motherfuckers, oh my God, suicide would be a thought on my mind. I'm trying to tell you. Love y'all little brothers. If you ever see this, yeah, I talk shit about you because y'all fucked up. I'm glad I'm the oldest one. I do have a dirty mouth. I'm a trash man, so fuck it, that come with the territory. I'm a trash man in the day, real talk, and I'm a paper man at night. Yeah, I might deliver some of y'all pay. My last $10 in the gas tank trying to get up in here, and I argue with the GPS lady for about an hour because she took me away a whole nother way. I work out here. I know how to get out here, but I thought it was in D.C., but I never... When I say Arlington, Virginia, I was like, damn, I must have smoked too goddamn much. Jesus Christ, I ain't read between the lines. My probation officer, if you see this, I don't really mean I was smoking. That's just, I was off some liquor, so I was high as a motherfucker still in that way. You know what I mean? Back to Corinne K, honey, you are beautiful. Fuck that high school. Yes, it is. Fuck that high school. I wasn't shitting my high school either. I was green as a mother. I was more green than the shit I smoked. Again, probation, if you watch it, I was greener than the shit I used to smoke. Shit, I don't smoke no more, you know what I mean? The reason I don't smoke no more, though, is because, I'm on probation. But other than that, my kids, too, because You know, back when I was getting high, I'm glad I'm on probation, though. I'm taking advantage of it because I remember back when I was smoking, it's little stuff your kids would do and you don't pay attention to it. You understand what I'm saying? David, you understand what I'm saying. But my kids, they must know I'm high, but we raise them respectively so they don't say shit. But I could tell he run back to his sister and be like, Daddy, how's him up? You see the way he keep twitching on his lip? They had them brown cigarettes in there again. I'm telling you, he high. Ask him, can we have some cookies? And, you know, kids, they mess with your mind because they know when you ain't intoxicated, you ask for some cookies, go on in your goddamn room and read a book or something. You ain't get no goddamn cookies. But when they know you high, go on in and ask Danny for some cookies. I bet you he say yeah. And if I know he not, I bet you he say yeah. You want to bet? Okay, bet 2 of your cookies. And, you know, you hear him say this shit through the glass because it's like when you smoke weed, anybody in here smoke weed, don't clap. That's your business. I don't know if it's police in here, but if you smoke weed, you know when you high and intoxicated off the weed, it's like you can hear shit 500 blocks away, ain't it? I mean, you be right here, and you can hear what they saying at the beginning of Danville Street and shit. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is about the weed. They say it slows you down. No, the weed keep you alert. No bullshit. You ever notice because when you high, you paranoid. So your mind working extra. You know, like, I see it's a lot of white people in here. Fuck it. I see y'all when I'm doing the newspapers, it's 2:30 in the morning. Y'all motherfuckers be out there jogging and shit. Walking your dog with Christmas lights around his neck and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this? She like, well, he's a black dog. I forbid I wouldn't want nobody to hit him and shit. I'm like, damn, is this bitch racist? She no. She heard me. She like, no, I couldn't be racist because if I was, I wouldn't have a black dog. I'm like, okay, all right, I understand all that. I'm sorry. Was your paper on time? Yes, it was. Thank you very much. Expect the tip next week. I'm like, my girl, holla at you. That's my girl right there. Yes, sir. Hey, this comedy thing is a real good experience for anybody that do comedy because you get to voice your opinion. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you doing good, it's kind of like getting good with your wife. If you doing good, there's perks and benefits that come with it. You understand what I'm saying? If you loving your wife right, she lick your asshole. Oh, there's some white boys in here. Don't tell me y'all don't get your asshole licked. The way them jeans fitting in here, shit. I'm a black man. I don't have a complex, so I ain't saying that I don't get my asshole licked. Because, damn it, I get my asshole licked. That shit feel good. Little penis be puffy like a vacuum bag. You be ready to bust in this mother. I ain't bullshitting, Tim. You know I ain't lying. But a real man ain't going to want to admit he get his asshole licked. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's kind of a fucked up feeling when you tell your homeboy, like, yeah, shorty licked my ass last night. This nigga, ho. How the fuck did you clean, like, all the excess doo-doo from taking them shits earlier that day out your ass and shit? So you got to, like, try to feel like a man explaining to yourself that you finger fucked yourself with the washcloth extra to get all the excess doo-doo out of there. I'm sorry if I messed your mind up, but women, hey, if a man do all that to get his asshole lick his asshole. It's clean. You know what I mean? People like, you like eating ass and shit? Doo-doo come out the motherfucker. I'm like, no shit. Shit. All I'm saying is if you get out the tub and your asshole smell like doo-doo, you got a problem. That's all I'm saying. Clean it up. But yeah, man, it's perks and benefits that come with the stuff. That's all I'm saying. If you do good on stage, they buy you drinks, pay for hotels. Shit, if they real OGs, they get you some women after the show too. But I'm married, so I ain't about all that. You understand what I'm saying? And anybody in here in a relationship, anybody, a round of applause, any relationships? Beautiful thing. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm married. I've been married for, shit, I just say since 2006. I can't add the years up and shit, the weed taking effect. But look, any relationships, man, it's yeah, that's what it is. You know, because people always try to, it's 10 years? Okay, I'm sorry. I wasn't good in math either. I never got past math lab 100s. That's what it was. But now, relationships, I'm saying like this, wrapping it up. If you in a relationship, don't cheat, especially if you got social media, Facebook. Facebook is the good side. You want to see her good side? She went to law school. Even if they fucked up, they trying. But if you meet them on Instagram, that's their rap sheet. They was either locked the fuck up. If they women, they was selling ass. If not, they was hoes on the low. Fuck that shit. But that's what it is, man. Don't cheat because social media, you never know if she is friends with her, who's friends with her, who's friends with her, who dated him back in the day, and now Everybody's mutual on the friends list except you, and now you get your ass caught up. Don't do it. If you're going to mess around with them peoples who profile say they from San Diego, California, Shambungu Island, because they low-key, they doing some fucked up shit just like you trying to do. I'm Duke Dave. Holler at y'all later.